Hello and good morning, my friends. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to the middle of February. Wow. I know February is a small month, and I know that let's be honest, we go through it quite quickly. It's hard to believe we're already in the middle of the month. This reading, of course, is from February 12th through the 18th, right? So, of course, with the math and with the calendar, you know that we're looking at Valentine's Day as well being part of this. We're also looking at the first quarter moon coming in on Monday. Lots coming on. Please remember that no matter what your marital status is, what expectations and demands there are of you, this is an amazing opportunity to embrace that loving energy for your greater good. When more people, or when you've got a large number of people focusing in on one aspect, we see that energy start to amplify. So amplify that energy to your advantage. It does not need to be all the expectation, demand, and consumerism that's brought on by it. Okay, that said, my community support message. Let's get into the reading. Let's see what the week is going to bring for you. Now, I have witchy decks. I don't know why I felt witchy today. I did. This is the Witch's Tarot, which really, when you look at the imagery, not very... Okay, that card is a little bit witchy, but that's the High Priestess, and it's always a witchy card. But it's not like overly, wow, that's a witchy deck. Anyway, but I did pair it with a witchy deck. This is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle. I thought, well, we'll go from one extreme to the other and meet somewhere in the middle. Okay, let's look at this. What can my friends expect from the week of February 12th through the 18th? Like I said, yes, there is Valentine's Day. And don't get lost or caught up in that, my friends. That's going to be a sad and harsh thing, right? What we put on it, our intentions matter. What's more, we have Pamela Coleman Smith's birthday on the 16th. Yeah. So, as this is a tarot channel, we'll talk Pamela Coleman Smith, because let's be honest, she's the one who drew and created, okay, yes, Arthur Waite had his hand in it, but she drew in it and downloaded all those cards. Amazing person, who's actually more popular now than she was in her lifetime. She did not get royalties. Actually, I think and I haven't read I've read a bit about her. I haven't read extensively. I know that Rachel Pollack and a few others have created a book about her and her life. She was a fascinating woman. But she didn't have any money. And I don't know if she necessarily needed that, but she didn't receive royalties or the recognition she deserved. So her birthday's on the 16th. I know it looks like, yeah. So this is the Hanged Man. The Let It Go card. If you go back to seconds ago, I said, yes, we have the expectations and demands of Valentine's Day, but don't let it ruin those intentions you set on it. Those expectations you have will impact positively or negatively your experience throughout the entire week. Nine of Pentacles. That prosperity and abundance. Focus in on the positive. Love is a positive thing. We need to use that energy to fuel us. So again, what we're going to be, our expectations will impact the entire week. All right, sometimes I love how my public service announcements are exactly what the week is about anyway. So hey, public service announcement away. So let's look at the beginning of the week. So here we do have the first quarter moon. As it's going into the new moon, I believe it's the waxing. This is going down. Yeah. No, waning. Is it the waning? I have not finished my first cup of tea. It's a waxing or waning first quarter. It's going to the new moon. Either way, it's going to be looking at balance. Balance is going to be important. Balance helps us to really, well, balance out our thoughts, balance out what we're doing, how we're feeling. Knight of Pentacles. Reversed. Dude, do your work. Don't resist. When we resist things, it makes things so much harder. We don't want to, right? And this goes globally, right? We don't like the expectations. We don't like it when things, oh, and this is another piece, guys. We may have really fantastic plans and exciting, and you're like, yay, they're going to love it. And then it may not come out how you wanted. Please be mindful of that kind of stuff. We need to breathe, and we need to be embracing things as they come. Our perception matters. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity and growth, but we need to be able to do the work. Right now, we're chasing our tail or putting our head in the sand and going, I don't want to know. It's not going to work. It's going to cause problems. Avoidance is never the piece. Now, I can say on Tuesday, you're going to receive, I will be publishing a healing that's called Open to Love, which is going to help with this. And it's talking about being able to be open to receiving love. I touch a bit on giving love, but many of us don't struggle with the giving. Many of us are very kind and generous with that. It's the receiving. Well, sometimes ain't so good. So that is going to be a healing that you guys will have on Tuesday to use and, well, turn that knight on his feet. Get that horse going. Well, actually, sorry, that horse doesn't go. In Pamela Coleman Smith Wisdom, she made sure that there were different stages of motion for each knight. The swords run helter-skelter into a storm, down to the Knight of Pentacles where he's not moving at all because it's better that way. Five of Cups. Focusing in on the 3 overturned cups and not on the 2 positive upright cups that can bring you joy and happiness. Again, where are you sending? What are you paying attention to? Be mindful of that. You start turning him, you're automatically turning this card. No, it's not going to be an easy and just turn. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. You will have to do some work. Whether it be releasing fear and pain around relationships, around love, whether it be balancing out thoughts between self and beliefs. That's going to be a you thing to determine. What tools are you going to need? Know that the Knight of Pentacles, he's always been steadfast because he works on his home front. Like his homestead. You can see that the ground behind him. So to help out with that, I've got lots of meditations. So if you want to release the pain and the heartache around this, I have a meditation with Archangel Metatron. Fantastic one. We don't revisit the trauma. We just globally release. Balancing out thoughts and feelings. I have one with Archangel Raguel, and that's exactly what we do. For those who are new, welcome. I give guidance, but what's more, I give guys supports. Back in 2020, when the whole world went, oh, wow, that's not good. I went, oh, wow, that's not good. What can I do to help? My download, meditations. I laughed because I'm like, I don't meditate. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. That's not going to work for my world. And they're like, no, we're going to guide people in meditations. I'm like, ooh, I can do that. I can cut that. So I started, and I've been going since, and I added in lots of different playlists, lots of different types. I've added in healings, mindfulness, lots of tools. All of them are free, all of them are guided, and they vary on different topics. So go through, check out what's going to help for you. Because you need to start to do some work so that it's not about avoidance. We don't want to miss out on this abundance, miss out on these opportunities of growth and connection, understanding. All right, let's head into the end of the week. We have bypassed Valentine's Day now, and I'm hoping everybody raises their glass, has some cake, and maybe raise their glass to Pixie. I will be posting and publishing not a meditation. I'm doing that on Tuesday. A spread, a tarot spread. I couldn't think of anything better to celebrate Pixie than to play with our tarot cards or oracle cards, depending on what you prefer. The shadow side. This is the 15th card in the Major Arcana, also known as the Devil. Reason why we're struggling so much comes ahead on Friday, Saturday, end of the week. You'd be like, the devil's like, and wonder why you had so many problems? Thank you, you're welcome. Please be mindful of that, and the feelings around that, the heartache, the fear, all intertwined here, guys. And it's going to compound and really hit you hard at the end of the week. You do not want to be unprepared. So making sure things like, this is an easy one, an easy tool that anybody can do, and it is free. Please remember to breathe. Deep inhales through your nose, or inhales through our nose, and exhale through our mouth. Big balanced ones. You want to stay up in your thinking center, in your third eye center, so that you can create solutions. You can overcome the challenges, because you're not the only one who's going to feel this. Valentine's Day and all its rigmarole will impact everybody. That reaction matters. Some people react very badly and are very hurtful to others. So be aware the end of the week is not going to be the cake that we had hoped it be. Just take it in stride and use your tools and be aware. Be aware of where you're reacting from, where you're functioning from, and be aware of others. How are they functioning? We don't want to turtle. We don't want to hermit ourselves. We want to make sure that we're using our tools. We're able to embrace the Hangman and the Nine of Pentacles. What will support my friends the most in embracing those two? Hanging out with the man and enjoying all the abundance of the Nine of Pentacles. I do enjoy some decks with the Nine of Pentacles. She's got a glass of wine. She is in the Garden of Eden and enjoying her living large. That's exactly what we want. We don't want the pain. It's going to be here. We have the ability to overcome it. High Priestess, High Priest. Responsibility. No, you do not need to join a coven. No, you do not need to connect in with a coven, which is the group of witches. The biggest piece, responsibility. This is your responsibility. This is your world. What you do for you will matter. So, take responsibility. Forget how shiny these cards are. Herbal Kitchen, Alchemist. Again, you do not need a pestle and mortar. If you have one, great, fantastic for making fresh spices and getting into that kitchen. This is more about creation. Creation. Alchemy is about taking something and making something else. When we get into this sad, fearful energy, the best way to get out of said sad and fearful energy, create. in a meaningful way for you. Whatever creativity looks like. Arts and crafts, cooking. I have clients who are welders and they start to weld stuff. Computer programmers and they clickety-clack. It's got to be meaningful for you so that you can shift out of this, taking responsibility for you, for your actions. Which again goes back into what I was talking about here, where I said, you need to check into you, taking responsibility for you. You cannot take responsibility for others and their actions. You can only take responsibility for your actions and how you respond. You do not need to respond in kind. You want it high vibrational. So if they're barking, be kind back. They don't know what to do when you do that. And you know that you are on your way of shifting something that is in a very negative light, changing it to something that is in a positive light. Small little things that we do in our everyday can make a big difference, not in only our lives, but the lives of others. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today. I hope this helps you to explore the week ahead and how you can best embrace, well, all the abundance and all the beauty that this week has. If you enjoyed this session, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as it helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. But more importantly for you, don't forget to subscribe. I've got so much more coming your way. When you hit that bell and you subscribe, you know when I have posted and when I'm live. And yes, I will be live eventually. I just need to continue to support my daughter through her treatment. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I hope that you have a fantastic and beautiful week. And that it is full of love, full of joy and happiness. Until tomorrow, my friends.